Hey guys, and welcome to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today I want to go through the Extreme Z Battle for all of these characters right here, right now, and just kind of discuss which ones are the best while we're just kind of running through it. I'm just taking around this Extreme Heroes team just for the fun of it. I want to go through some of these units just because a lot of them are pretty good. They're going to be foreshadowed, and I want to give you some suggestions at which ones you should consider using. So, got to get through this first fight, and I could just literally auto mode this. This is not going to be an issue whatsoever. So, what you're looking at right now is Fu. Yes, Fu. Super Fu, specifically. So, with his EZA out, he is a Dragon Ball Heroes leader for Ki plus 4 and 150%. He has a new passive skill of attack and defense plus 150% when performing a super attack. He has Ki plus 1 up to 5, attack and defense plus 10% up to 50%, and chance of evading enemy super attack, including... evading enemy super attack, including super attack plus 10% up to 50 per time travelers category ally on the team. Just this in general is great, because now this is a unit that is not restricted solely to just heroes. Yes, just about all heroes units are time travelers. That's not an issue though. But anyways, he gets also plus an additional attack and defense plus, or attack plus 50% when HP is 50% or less, and plus an additional attack and defense plus 50% within the same turn after evading an attack. Now, my only question with this, and I don't know this or not, is this stack? Because if that stacks, that's just broken. Let's be real here. That's just broken, man. In fact, I kind of want to look that up on one of the other, on the Dokkan Battle fandom. They usually have the extra little details about that. Let's see here. Nope, they do not have any extra details on that, unfortunately. As far as I can tell, based on the description of it, if that was the case, that would just be broken. I mean, I'm sure it's only a one-time max, but if that is actually cumulative, like every time he evades, that would be insane. But regardless, he also seals and greatly raises attack and defense, which is fantastic. I would highly suggest, if you do use him or get him, I would highly suggest putting in dodge and double attack, as he's not going to do a lot of major damage. He's mostly there to dodge. Just to dodge. He already has a... what's the percentage amount? So he can go up to 50% chance. Up to a 50% chance per time travelers. So basically just throw dodge on him, and then he'll get his extra buff right here. Throw in the double attack, and he'll be able to actually start stacking his defense in case he doesn't actually dodge. Moving on to the next unit, we got Golden Cooler. Cooler's gotten a lot of... Wicked Bloodlines has gotten a lot of attention in the last couple months. Unfortunately for Golden Cooler, Metal, and Normal, they don't really pal up very well with them. I mean, you could throw them in with Cooliza, which would be fantastic. Supposedly they hold 4 links together. That's pretty good. Strongest, Metamorphosis, Shedding Their Limit. I mean, they're not necessarily defensive links, but Metamorphosis heals, and then you got a little bit of defense out of Shattering the Limit. Plus, Cooler does support. So that takes me back to his passive. Attack and defense plus 130%, plus an additional defense plus 30% when performing a super attack. Now, this is important right here. He also launches 2 additional super attacks, or 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super attack. So that means if you build this guy for additional, along with the dodge, if he doesn't dodge anyways, he's just going to be this crazy tank that dodges and builds his defense. Now, the only issue I have, in all honesty, the major issue, in fact, is the reduced damage received by 10% within the same turn. So that means he has to do this every single turn to get this 30% right here. Which is why I do still suggest at least a 3 dodge, at the least. Give him something to fall back on in case he has to be in slot 1, he gets locked. Honestly, otherwise, he can actually do some numbers. He can do some damage. And when there are another 3 or more. So he needs to have at least 3 or more Dragon Ball Heroes category allies. Which is why I said he doesn't really fit on the Wicked Bloodline team, unfortunately. But all allies keep +2 in attack and defense +20%, and the Dragon Ball Heroes allies get an additional 20%. So that's a total of 40% for Heroes units, which is pretty good. He does stack attack, and he does raise defense. This is one of those units that I don't feel like you'll utilize perfectly in a lot of Red Zone, but I 100% believe that you could maybe, let's see here, what's his... He's got Wicked Bloodline, Transformation Boost, Full Power, Time Travelers. All of these, especially Full Power, need help. Well, Wicked Bloodline doesn't need help. Time Travelers and Full Power need help drastically. And the fact that he does buff with Ki +2, I'd say he's a good unit. If you wanted to go more for an offensive approach, just give him double attack and crit. If you want to go for a more defensive approach, then I would suggest AA and dodge. But yeah, great unit. Can't wait to use him, see how he goes. And this right here, this is the... let's be real here. This is probably the only real reason you're doing this Easy A. This Goku right here is the only reason. Hold on a sec. I want to change up the music. No, not that one. No. Sure, we'll go with that. So, we're not here for his leader skill, but he is a hero's leader. He does reduce damage received by 15% for 3 turns from the start of turn. I don't like the turn restriction, but that's a lot of damage to reduce. In some red zones, that will make the biggest difference for the whole run. The Cooler Army is one to start with that. Those mechanized pain in the butts do so much damage before Cooler, it's ridiculous. This guy would help a lot for that. That's just one instance. He does have attack and defense 150%, and guards all attacks. That's insane. We don't get many guard units anymore because of Gohan. And it's understandable that we don't, but man, he guards all attacks. Plus additional attack and defense plus 50% when performing a super attack. So, plus an additional defense plus 20% up to 100%, and he reduces damage received up to 35% per Dragon Ball Heroes category ally. So on a Heroes team, he's just crazy on the defense. He is a wall. He's a tank. He is the wall that you will not surpass. This is the reason you come for this. Now, my only biggest gripe with him, other than his turn restriction, is this. He just greatly raises attack. This unit would be so broken if he had greatly raised defense. like truthfully, if Super Extreme Z Awakening ever becomes a real thing, I promise you, when this one awakens again, they would add defense to this super attack, and that would just make that would make him live. That would make him outlive so long. That and turning this into 20% and making this permanent, or like 9 turns. But yeah, fantastic unit. This is what you're coming here for. It's a super easy A to do. I mean, I'm literally auto-moding it right now. Mind you, I'm like on the very beginning of it, so it's not like it's difficult. But moving on to another one. We got Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Now, unlike his best friend Goku, and by best friend I mean hated rival, he's not anywhere near as good. He has no damage reduction, he has no guard, he has basically nothing on the defensive end, and he's not outputting much in terms of attack either. I mean, he is, but he's not. He launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack for 3 turns from this. That 3-turn thing is just weird to me because it's literally 2 rotations. It's just 2 rotations with that unit. I don't see how that'll help much. In many aspects of each of these games, I don't know how much that'll help. Anyways, so he also has attack and defense plus 150% and disables enemy's guard. As I said in a previous video, I don't see the point in disabling guard anymore. Some of these units are just so busted that removing guard doesn't do much. You just always have to crit a lot of red zone fights. You just need crit. You really do just need to crit through their defense. He has plus additional attack and defense plus 50% performing a super attack, which is why it would be amazing if that launch and additional would stay up for more than just 3 turns. If that was permanent and you built him for additional, he would have great defense, actually. I mean, shoot. He'd have amazing defense. But he doesn't, alas. I digress. So moving on, plus additional attack, plus 20% up to 100, and chance of performing critical up to 35% per heroes. So 35% chance to crit isn't a huge number in my book. Honestly, you should just build this guy for AA and crit, and just kind of go into casual-ish content with him. Don't take him into red zone, because he's not gonna fare well. If you really honestly want to try and take him into red zone, which you can, it's doable. It's not going to be a good time. He does greatly raise attack and defense, so it can be helpful after he gets like 2 or 3 additionals. If he doesn't get 2 or 3 additionals, I just don't imagine his defense is going to hold out very well depending on who you're fighting. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. So Supreme Kai of Time, or Supreme Opie of Time, whatever way you want to classify her. She is complete support. And just like a lot of these units, she is also getting massively raises attack and defense. Massively raising defense is very, very helpful. I believe it is a 50% boost, which is great. Even if it's only 30%, I would still say it's amazing. In that case of this unit, she has a great chance of additional attack, 12%. Great chance of additional attack, plus 12%, and defense, plus 12%. That's such a weird passive to just throw on a unit. Like, I think I've maybe remember 1 or 2 other units that have this. It's just so weird to just kind of throw that into there. Recovers 12% at the end of each turn. My problem with this passive is that the likelihood here is that you are going to lose HP because of her, and she's going to try to recover a little bit of it. I don't think she's worth that 12% HP regain. I really don't. Mind you, I haven't tried using her in any content just yet, obviously, as I'm going through the EZAs right now. But I would definitely say she's not 100% just worth throwing on the team. Completely deck her out in additional and dodge, and maybe she'll be cooking just well enough to survive a lot of attacks, normals. Not a super. I refuse to believe that she can survive a super, in all honesty. I really highly doubt it. Moving on, we have Cumber. This man is possibly the worst EZA in here. Nothing wrong with Cumber, but his EZA is very meh. He's just an extreme class allies key plus 3. He gives key plus 2 and attack and defense plus 200%, which it's a large number, plus an additional defense plus 50% within the same turn after receiving an attack. So, he has to get hit to get that 50% boost. Here's the problem. He doesn't really have the defense to take a hit. So you're not gonna use this guy in any of the red zones. It's just not gonna be a thing. I'm just no. He does have a high chance of stunning super class enemies, and plus an additional attack, plus 50%, and performs a critical hit when the target enemy is stunned. So what you're using this guy for is giant 8 SBR and ESBR. That's it. That's all you're using it for. He will be a ruthless thing in there. SBR is already dirt easy in general. ESBR is not, but he will definitely help out a lot, especially if you're struggling. If you do have him, use him for the SBR. If you don't, you don't need him for the SBR and you already finished it, I don't know what he's gonna do other than just kind of chill in your box and just take up space. He's a cool unit. He was an awesome character in the Heroes animes, and I just kind of wish that he got more respect. And maybe when we get a Super Saiyan 3 Cumber, he'll get a little bit treated better. But until then, we're stuck with this one with zero respect. So, moving on. We got Great Saiyaman 3, and I think this is the last unit in all of the EZAs. I believe we've already went through them all, which is unfortunate because I'm only on like the 19th battle already, actually. He's kind of broken. Not gonna lie. He's kind of broken. I don't know how they decided to make him a little broken. He doesn't look broken. I initially thought he would be terrible. But I take that back after watching several other people use him, and wow. So, he's a super class leader. Don't care about that. That's not what we're caring about. He has Ki plus 3 attack and defense plus 130%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 30%, and chance of performing a critical hit plus 3% per time traveler's ally. So, let's see, what is that? Plus an additional chance for a critical and chance per time traveler. So what? If you have a full time traveler's team, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's 150% additional attack and defense boost. 180 if you count if it counts himself. Which I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it's just every other one. But that also means 3, 6, 9, 12, 15% chance to crit as well. That's pretty crazy. And the thing is, there's no reason to put dodge on him because damage received from normal attacks is minus 30%, and he counters with tremendous power. He has plus additional attack and defense plus 10% with each attack received, also up to 30%. And I think that's part of the other passive, which is defense minus 30% within the same turn after receiving an attack. That is a terrible thing to just throw on this unit, and I'm still not 100% understanding of why it was ever on him, as it was on him before too, before the EZA. But basically, his passive nullifies that out. But let's see here. He raises attack and defense for one turn, and he also raises superclass allies attack by 30% for one turn. So he is a slot 1 unit. The only unfortunate thing is I do not believe he could take a super attack whatsoever. Maybe after he's fully built up, and yeah, if he was fully built up, I think he could maybe do a. Man, I'm trying to imagine how he fares against Broly, because he might actually just wreck Broly. As long as Broly doesn't super attack him first. And that's the trade-off right there, is he can't take a super attack, but he can take a normal attack. It's a very weird line to just kind of tightrope across. It's a very weird line. This guy could be your best friend or your literal crutch on the team. Like, he might actually hold your team back, or he'll do an insane amount of damage, reminiscent of AGL Super Vegito from back in the day. But yeah, I think that's all of the units. I think we're pretty much at the end of that. Is there any other units? I swear there was more. I feel like there was more. Was there more? What do we got here? I mean, we do have some other easy A's we could go through, because I'll be honest, I'm not going to do a video on this Great Saiyaman 4. Great Saiyaman 4 is good, but he's only good he's good as a free-to-play unit. He's not that great in general. He just doesn't perform as well. He has, after his easy A, he attack and defense plus 20%, superclass allies ki plus 2, and defense plus 30%. So theoretically, he could actually help out the Great Saiyaman 3 a lot as his guaranteed best partner. Youth category allies attack plus 30%. I'm not sure if Great Saiyaman 3 is on youth. He's technically Trunks. No, he wouldn't be. Plus an additional defense plus 30% when attacking, and chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% with each attack performed up to 50, and high chance of launching an additional super attack. So, my suggestion to you for this unit to pair with him would be treat him as a support, and with all support, you should always put dodge and additional, as long as additional is going with their super attack. His super attack is raising attack and defense, so he stacks. So get that super attack up as high as you possibly, or additional super attack up as high as possible, and just stack. And just let him link up with Great Saiyaman 3 so that he can wreck. But yeah, that would be my suggestion there. They're literally each other's best allies. I think they're only missing 1 or 2 links. Actually, how many defense links do they have? Oh wait, that's another critical hit plus? Wow, okay. Defense plus 25%? All enemies defense minus 15. Defense plus 20. And defense plus... Wow, that's insane. They got a total of 50% boost to defense. That's insane. Great Saiyaman 3 could have some gnarly freaking defense for the unit that he is. Even with his defense minus 30%, this would help so much. Oh wait, and that's right. Great Saiyaman 4 also has raise his allies' defense, right? Yeah. Defense plus 30%. It's literally counteracting Great Saiyaman 3's issues. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? I want to try this out. I want to try them out in a Super Battle... not Super Battle Road. But in... actually, Super Battle Road would be cool. I would love to try them out on a Super Battle Road. What are they on here? They're Defenders of Justice. They're Time Travelers. They're Special Pose. Oh, I should take them into Special Pose. That would be that would be fun. Let's no-item Special Pose with the Great Saiyamans. That'd be fantastic. Okay, we've gotten off track here. We're almost done with with this whole thing. How long has it been? How long have we been doing this for? 23 minutes? That's pretty crazy. But we're getting towards the end at least. I think if I actually pay attention, I might be able to get through it faster. But I think they're the only ones that got easy A's. We don't need to talk about the STR Cumber. We really don't need to talk about him whatsoever. He is just a straight up terrible unit. Not entirely sure why. You know what? We are officially on the extreme enemies for this easy A. So let's just do super. Pa, pa. Pa, pa. Pa. Oh, I don't have another one, do I? I don't have another Super Saiyan 4 I can throw on. Darn. Well, it's mostly all... Forget it. No. No. Yeah. Let's do that. I always seem to get the Vegeta Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker friends. Not a lot of Gokus, oddly enough. Alright. Oh, not gonna do a lot of damage with that. So yeah, I've been pretty much blind-eyeing this the entire time. Let's see here. What else can we look at while we're pretty much blinding this? So, out of all these other units, who else gets... Oh yeah, that's right, she gets an Extreme Z Awakening. I totally forgot about Putine. Pretty sure it's Putine. But let's take a look at her EZA. So attack and defense plus 150%. Actually, she's not on this list. She must be part of the other... That's right, she's a free-to-play unit. So she's part of the other one. Okay, whatever. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 15% per crossover category ally, self-excluded. Plus an additional attack plus 70%. And medium chance of performing critically when the target enemy is stunned or the target enemy is sealed. And crossover category allies are key plus 2. Ah, shoot. I wasn't paying attention again. Key plus 2 attack and defense plus 3%, and lowers the attacked enemy's attack and defense by 20%, and seals. Wow. She does so much. She does so much. And it's just so unfortunate that she's on so very little categories. She is on Peppy Gals. She's on Time Travelers and Terrifying Conquerors. She is most definitely a terrifying conqueror. Oh, but she links up well with Robelu. Is Robelu a terrifying conqueror? No. No, she is not. She is a time traveler. Darn, that's a shame. They got like Cold Judgment and wow. Yeah, no, they would be amazing. Wait, what? Chance of evading enemies attack. Wow, I didn't know that was a thing about the Battlefield Diva Link. What about Toa? Toa has to be... Yeah, Toa is terrifying conquerors. Unfortunately, none of the Toas have been aging too well with their EZAs. I love Toa, I do, but man, her EZA did not go very well. But she is EZA'd, right? Oh, is she not? Oh, she's not. That's fantastic. You know what that means, right? That means next year we're getting Toa's EZA. I wonder what kind of EZA she'll have. She already has attack and defense plus 100%. All always keep us 3. High chance of additional. High chance of additional. So she's the other one with the high chance randomness. Of course, it's Toa. Demon Goddess versus Kai of Time. Okay, yeah. She could be pretty nasty, actually, later. She could be pretty nasty. I can definitely foresee her EZA being much better. Alright, we're getting to the last of this, finally. On the last couple. But yeah, these are some really great EZAs. I think they're honestly some of the best parts of this Hero Celebration is these EZAs. Because these units, they really needed it. They needed the help. They massively needed the help. The only unfortunate thing is that most of these units cannot be used outside of the Heroes category. And unfortunately, although Heroes is simultaneously like 3 or 4 categories all at once, they're technically Heroes, Crossovers, Defenders of Justice, and Time Travelers, pretty much all in one. Just about every single super type Heroes unit is a Defender of Justice. And every Heroes category is basically a Time Traveler. And that's just because of the anime and the story, but it is nice that they can be on other teams, or they can count as another team. Although it would be immensely better if their passives, like Bardock's, wasn't stuck to specifically crossover category. Though, at least in Bardock's case, crossover could be all the other Bardocks. So it's not necessarily hurting him as much as some of these other ones that are all stuck to literally just Dragon Ball Super heroes. Heroes are a fun team to use, and honestly are very underrated. I would not have gotten through a lot of SBRs and ESBRs without them, truth be told. It would not have happened without them. They're guaranteed featured SSRs on their banners. They're just fun to summon for, and they're fun to use. Alright, we're finally on the last one. This is it, level 30. Got through it all in one video. Basically one level every minute. We're at recording time of 31 minutes. That 1 minute might as well be just all the random banter that I've been speaking. But anyways, so this is basically... I wonder if we'll kill him in one turn. Are we going to kill him in one turn? Is Goku just going to decimate... Oh, wait. Well, he's not going to crit. Because I have mine full additional in dodge. So he's not going to crit. But he has advantage, so he did a good amount of damage. Vegeta's going to just annihilate him. He's just going to destroy him right now. Oh yeah, he's done. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video a little bit. Hope it gave you some insight in some of these units. Maybe it's convinced you to actually summon on the banners that you didn't really want to before. But anyways, go ahead, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if you want to see anything. And have a good day and a good night.